Shalom from Jerusalem. This is Uriel, LCP, Independent News, Jerusalem, Israel. Sir, what do you think about Iran and the threat that they're posing?
Are they posing a threat?
Are they really posing a threat to Israel or not?
I don't know. But I don't think the belligerence is doing good to any of us, Palestinians or Iranians or Israelis.
Do you know that they have developed nuclear facilities in Iran?
I hear about that. Yeah. I hear that Israel has, I don't know how many dozens of nuclear bombs. So, yeah.
But the question is, do you think that Iran possibly can fire missiles towards Israel?
I hope not.
I mean, you live here, don't you?
I live here, yeah. I hope they don't attack us. I also hope we don't attack them. Yeah, definitely.
Also, do you know that they are enriching uranium, and anytime a country enriches uranium is to develop a nuclear bomb?
Well, that's not exactly true, because you enrich uranium also for peaceful purposes, for energy and so on. As far as we know, so far Iran hasn't enriched uranium more than 20%, which is really ineffective towards weapons. But this is the world we live in. I wish no one would have any weapons, nuclear or not. But if America has nuclear missiles, if Israel has nuclear missiles, who can prevent weapons from any other country?
Now, a few weeks ago, there was a so-called earthquake in Iran.
Yeah.
And the sources are saying that it was a bomb that was exploded by Iran testing the bomb.
And?
What do you think about that?
I think Iranians got killed there, so if it's something that Iran government did, then it's a shame. It's something very stupid.
What do you think about the Palestinians?
What do you mean?
What do you think about them saying that the entire land of Israel belongs to them?
Some of them think that, and I don't think land belongs to anyone. Some of them really wish to have their own state and let us live in our own state.
Now, Abu Abbas, or Mahmoud Abbas,
yeah,
he has received hundreds and hundreds of millions in euros in monies. Where's that money going to?
I don't know. I'm not an expert on that issue. But the Palestinian economy is in a very bad shape.
So America has given aid to the so-called Palestinians, and where's this money going to?
Tell me. You tell me.
I'm asking the question.
Well, I don't know. I promise you I didn't get any dollar from that money, so I don't really know where it's going. I do know that Israel is receiving every year $3 billion from America. So, I think on the balance, Israel is receiving much more. I hope the Palestinians are making good use of the money they're getting. If not, then it's a shame, stupid thing to do.
Do you think that Abu Mazen is a peace partner or not?
Yeah, he's a peace partner. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not being met by the Israeli leadership.
Are you pro or left or right winger? What are you?
Sorry?
Are you left winger, right winger? What is your political views on Israel?
On Israel political views, it's my country. I love it. I wish the country and the people can live in peace and also allow other people their freedom.
But I sense in you that you're more towards the Palestinians. Why is that?
What do you mean towards the Palestinians?
That you like their cause, what they're fighting for.
No. First and foremost, I'm an Israeli patriot, and I want to be able to live here, both to have my physical safety, but also to live in a moral and in a sensible way. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is a very big challenge for us.
Now, Gaza was headed by Abu Mazen and the so-called Palestinians, and Haniyeh and his thugs took over the strip in Gaza.
Yeah.
Monday, as our children went to school, 3 rockets were fired that morning,
Right.
and our children only had 15 seconds to run for cover.
Right.
Is that justified?
Of course not.
They want the total destruction of Israel.
Total destruction. How are they going to do that?
Well, Syria has chemical weapons that might wind up in the wrong hands. Nasrallah just held a drill for 3 days with 10,000 terrorists next to the Israeli-Lebanese border. So actually, something is happening. We don't know what, but something is happening.
So you are worried?
Me, no. I'm not worried.
You're not worried. Well, I'll tell you something. Like if you're doing media and you're a journalist and people are watching the things you do, you have lots of power in your hands, and you can push people into fear and suspicion and justifying aggression, or you can show people a complex pictures, a complex situation, and see that there are many ways to deal with it. And the fact that there is aggression done towards us doesn't necessarily mean that we should react in a way that will make things more problematic.
So you're saying if they fire, we don't fire, we just continue to take firing rockets from them?
I'm not saying that, but I don't see that firing back has improved their situation.
Now, you as an Israeli citizen, do you really want peace?
Yes.
You want your children, if you have any, to be in peace?
I would love there to be peace and me and my family to be able to live peacefully.
As an Israeli, can you go to Ramallah?
Yes.
You can walk in without no problem?
I do it, yeah.
Through the checkpoint, the Israelis won't bother you?
Yeah. The Israeli checkpoints disturb only people wanting to go into Israel.
So you go into the so-called Palestinian territory?
Yes. Yeah.
And you like the Palestinians?
Like them? What do you? I don't understand the question. Like I meet people. Some of them are very nice. Some of them I get to know. Some of them are Israelis. Some of them are Palestinians. I'm sure there are Palestinians who I wouldn't like at all.
I personally want peace, and I want a better world.
Great.
But on the other hand, the situation surrounding us with Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, and Iran tells me different, that the quotes coming out of these so-called people basically want Israel to be wiped off the map.
That's your analysis. But if you find it too difficult, maybe you should live in America. You sound American to me.
I lived in America.
Yeah.
I remember the 50s and the 60s where the blacks were treated lesser than the whites.
Yeah, no, but if you're afraid for your safety.
No, I'm not afraid.
Okay.
Trust me.
That's how you sounded.
No, I'm not afraid.
Okay,
Trust me.
great. So be courageous and be devoted to peace. And don't be afraid by a few warmongering people.
I'm not afraid of the government. I'm not afraid of the American government, because at the end of the day, when I lay my head, I know that I did something that was worthwhile.
So don't be afraid. Don't worry about the weapons and everything.
This is Uriel, LCP, Independent News, Jerusalem, Israel. Shalom.